welcome to our first Men's Supa-Liga match of the evening here at Subiaco Futsal Round 5. And what a matchup we have in store to open up proceedings on this chilly Saturday evening. We have Cockburn Wolves up against Stirling Braza Ginga, a fight for the top spots in Group B. Lining up for Cockburn Wolves, we've got Stefan Savanovic, number 8, Michael Vlasic, number 14, Luke Christie, number 10, Kenel Moithias, number 18, Lucas Schultz, number 4, Christian Silas, number 2, Thomas McCarthy, number 99, and Josh Bell, the number 22. And lining up for Stirling Braza Ginga, Wesley Vanegas, the number 16, Joshua Band, the number 11, Raul Pereira, number 10, John Page, number 19, Finlay Alexander, number 3, Baden Gray, number 23, Oslin Escobar, number 8, Danny Bui, number 13, and Dara O'Lonergan, number 12. As we get to the starting whistle to get us underway. Obviously last night we had 2 MSL matches, one of them taking place in Group B. As here's an early opportunity, Escobar with the toe poke, and what a start for Braza Ginga. Baden Gray, great press on the counter, and slid it through to Escobar, who finds the bottom right hand corner beautifully. Have a look at the replay here. As we can see, that pass just got across Escobar. Enough time to slot it in that bottom right hand corner. So 20 seconds into the contest, and just like against Inter Perth, Cockburn Wolves find themselves down just in the blink of an eye. Braza Ginga back in possession, and we'll be having the live ladder updates as we go in this contest, because obviously after this round we only have 2 rounds to go. Top 4 on the line. These 2 teams probably fighting for those final spots, 3rd and 4th. Perth United in the hunt as well, who have the bye this round. Little early ball, trying to find Schultz. Page comes off his line well. Rolls it out to Escobar. Into Pereira. Escobar has made a nice little run. What a start to the game he's had. But McCarthy off his line well. Svanovic into Schultz. Great challenge by Ban, I thought. Schultz called as a foul, so play resumes. Here is Schultz. How good has he been this winter season, Lucas Schultz? Very threatening, given even more responsibility in the Cockburn Wolves side. So if you have a look at the live ladder, as I mentioned, West Coast Cobras and Inter Perth taking over those top 2 spots, especially with Cobras win last evening. And rather, I mentioned Perth United have the bye, but they are actually playing Inter Perth over at Balladura later this evening, so make sure you stay tuned to those results as they come in. And then in 3rd it's Perth United on 4 points. 4th is Braza Ginga with 3 points, and behind them Cockburn Wolves. So these sides both tied on the same amount of points, same games played. The winner will give them that buffer in the top 4 as we drive towards our quarterfinal matchups. Nice little possession here for Braza. Pereira holds it up well, engages the pressure. Squaring ball, Gray gets a shot off, well saved by McCarthy. Vlasic, Moithias, and foul called against Cockburn Wolves. Little look here, I believe it was on the replay here. That was the opportunity Baden Gray had, almost finding the back of the net, but I believe a push off the ball here. And the Inter Perth United battle over at Balladura, that'll be in about 40 minutes time. So that one, Perth United, if they can get the result there, would be a huge boost of momentum for their hunt of top 4. They'll also be staying tuned into this contest, as the winner of this one will go momentarily above Perth United. Pereira to Ban. Gets the shot off, blocked by Vasic. Schultz good control. Alexander did well to come across and sees it into touch. Escobar. Ban. Pereira. Escobar. Nice run by Pereira. And it was a better save by McCarthy. Corner ball. Timeout being very early called here by Cockburn Wolves. So the next out will have a break in play. Coach Umbi not happy with what he's seen so far, but here's an opportunity on the break for Cockburn Wolves. With his ball across, Page is off his line, plays it early out to Escobar. He's got a one-on-one, but reinforcements are coming back from Cockburn Wolves, and he does well. Resets play. Pereira, Ban, Escobar, Alexander, Pereira, Ban. And a little score update over at Balladura. In Group A, South Perth Alliance are beating the Yucca Eagles 5-0, and that's still the first half. So it looks like South Perth are having a cruisy one in that contest, as now the timeout is called for Cockburn Wolves. So play resumed after that timeout. They obviously don't want a repeat of what happened against Inter Perth, going down 3 goals. That early goal was a big momentum lift up for Inter Perth. So Cockburn Wolves, they're well and truly in this hunt for those last final spots, especially if Braza get the win today. So they've got to be careful with this Vlasic. They can't afford to drop too many more points, especially with that loss to West Coast Cobras last weekend. But Braza, they look energetic. There's a lot of talk of them being one of the powerhouse sides coming into the season. They've lost against 2 of the title contenders, well and truly West Coast Cobras and Inter Perth. So here's Alexander, not a bad effort. So Braza, after those 2 deflating defeats, well and truly want to get back on the winners list. Their biggest win, only win rather, coming obviously against bottom placed Perth Galaxy. So this would be their 2nd win of the season. Alexander Vanagas. Alexander to Ban Pereira. Nice little 1-2. Alexander tried to square it, had to engage the defender more, and now he's Savanovic on the break. Back to Moithius. And he just loses out. It's going to be a side ball. Coach Gus Fontana encouraging Alexander. He's looked lively in these opening 5 minutes. There's Josh Bell on for his first stint of the contest. out to Pereira. Nice footwork, but just a bit too heavy. Into touch. Schultz. Switch of play. Pereira intercepts. Now he goes the opposite end, gets past Schultz. It's a 3-on-1, still going, squaring ball. Alexander, saved by McCarthy. Vanegas, blocked by Schultz. Unbelievable. How has that not ended up in the back of the net? Bell down to Vlasic. Now Wolves might be able to go the other end. Here's Bell. Ban, great tackle. Wins the side ball. No. Here's Bell. Goes for a long-ranged effort, blocked by Vanegas, and Page comes across, hoofs that into the ceiling. The 1-2, Schultz. Into the squaring pass, couldn't get on the end of it. Ban. Vanegas. Ban. Pereira. Vanegas. Pereira. Ban. Great. Nice ball through to Pereira. Will he get on the end of it? Keeper's off his line. Vlasic has to be careful. Finds McCarthy. Back to Savanovic. He plays the ball inside to Bell. To Savanovic. Vlasic once again looking for that inside pass. Gets there. Tries to be bounced wide to Schultz. Couldn't do so. Ball still in play. Vanegas on the end of it. Squaring to Pereira. Shot from range blocked. Bell in possession. He's got 3 to beat here. Would be a big ask. Goes for the shot. Not a bad effort. Wide of the target. Eyes up. Back in spell of possession. Ban. Ball down the line. Gray can't get on it. Some key mentions. Cockburn Wolves. They've listed Luke Christie is well and truly their main danger man, and he hasn't appeared to arrive so far. So we'll see if he's maybe a late comer. He can well and truly change a game. Have a look here. Ban. Bell got past him and a little shirt tug. It's a free kick for his efforts. Josh Bell. Savanovic. Back to Silas. As we mentioned, Luke Christie can change a game. So we'll see if he arrives late to this contest. Schultz now in possession. Squaring. Gray intercepts. It bobbles around now. 3v2 for Braza. They're breaking at pace. Ban. Switches. Vanegas. Heavy touch though. Uncharacter-like of Vanegas. And now's an opportunity on the break. Great. Hard on Bell and it's rolled into touch. Great. Going long into Bell. Side ball. Braza. Man to Vanegas. Great touch. Monaghan back to Gray. Ban. Inside, but just a bit too heavy. Out of play. McCarthy. Back between the sticks again for Cockburn Wolves with Dudek's absence. He had a great performance. Last time out. Vanegas. What a finish. Wesley Vanegas. And he makes it 2 for Braza Ginga. I was a bit confused. I thought it hit both posts, but it rolled over the line. Have a look at the replay. 1-on-1. Beats his man. Shot. Finding the back of the net. Savanovic, can they get the immediate response? Ball out of play. Well, intercepted there, but Vanegas is going to get on the end of it. Flicked out wide. Olonigan keeps it in play with the cutback, trying to beat a couple, but he wins the side ball. Shot from range, out of wide of the target. Silas, out wide. Savanovic, shot across goal, out of play. Page, intercepted well by Bell. Good footwork, keeps it in touch. Flicks it forward, Vanegas. Wanted it more. He's going forward at speed. Silas with a strong challenge and coming across as Gray. Losing out. Cockburn Wolves ball. Savanovic. Chip ball through. Comes of nothing. Page collects. Escobar. Monaghan. Vanegas. Shot from range. McCarthy saves well. Look at the replay. Little ball inside. Vanegas. Great forward touch. Silas having a conversation with referee Tom Gladovich. I think for some dissent, telling him to be careful. Silas clears it out of play. Escobar to Vanegas from range over the bar. McCarthy, short to Vlasic. Running through to Bell. Vanegas strong. Bell with the turn. Good footwork. Finds Silas. Trying to cut inside. Can't get through. Bell back to Vlasic. Ball out wide. Moithius. Vlasic. Silas. Vlasic. Silas. Vlasic. Silas. Wolves ball. Vlasic. Bell. Looks for the one-on-one. Gets down the line. Vanegas with a strong challenge. Vlasic swings it across to Silas. A few step overs and Escobar challenge as well. Vlasic from range. Page spills, but eventually collects. Nice little spell of possession here. Gray looking for the 1-2. Silas falling over, but Wolves gaining possession. Don't forget, next up, what a matchup we have in store. Cumbre up against the Andinos, looking to be a real 5-star contest. Apologies for that. Just having some issues with our microphone. Back underway. Pereira. Ball down the line. Alexander. Pereira is always looking for that little flick around the corner. Here's Escobar, still going, losing out, and that's going to be a foul against Braza. Vlasic, Silas, still going, great battle. Escobar. Slowing down a play. Vanegas. Escobar. To Alexander. Vanegas. Trying to slip through Alexander, couldn't do so. Schultz. Battling with Vanegas. Pereira, Vanegas. To mention Braza on 4 fouls, but minute 30 they should be alright to see out this half. Pereira, Escobar, Vanegas. Pereira, great play by Braza. Pereira with the shirt pull, and it will be a foul and a yellow card for Vlasic.
Can I have that? Can I have that?
Timeout now called for Braza. So look to work something from this set piece. We'll be back in just a moment. So we're back after the timeout. See what Braza can conjure up from this set piece. You wouldn't want to just make a meal of it after having a minute to plan it. So we'll see what comes of it. Vanegas to ban, and they didn't get a goal from it, so a complete waste of time. Bell just back in possession. Just joking. Silas. Savanovic, ball down the line, and out of play, Braza ball. Ban. Pereira. Vanegas, Pereira. Alexander. Vanegas. Just happy to see out the clock. The time goes out. Savanovic. Bell. Schultz. Silas. From range. Good save, Page. Committed to the ground early. Couldn't get the finish though. Shakes his hand off. Chip ball through Pereira. Bell comes through him. Wins the ball though. Side ball.
Blue ball, just don't touch it, please. Blue ball, side, please. What part of the ball did he touch?
Pereira has just hurt himself.
Can I sub him? Can I ask?
Pereira makes way to the bench and a Lonergan. Pereira looks a bit sore as he comes to the bench. Here's Vanegas from range over the bar. 11 seconds left on the clock. Strong challenge there. McCarthy going long. Bell. Savanovic. Back to Schultz. Chip ball through. And Ban and Savanovic having a little wrestle off ball. And now have a look at the replay here. We got it all on tape. This is what we love to see, a little bit of push and shove. And now referee's just having a talk to both of them. We're back underway after the halftime interval. And a half we had. Braza dominating though. The Wolves down to 2 subs, and it hasn't been a great start from them in the contest. Vlasic. Savanovic. Schultz. Back row to Vlasic. Moithius. Savanovic. Shot from range, blocked. Vanegas intercepting well, driving forwards at pace. Flicks it wide to Ban. Great forward touch, goes for the toe poke. It was deflected. McCarthy had to make the save and does so well.
Hey, you made a call, that's it. Ball on the side, please. Just put it on that side.
Here's Ban. Ball over the top. Vanegas on the volley. It went up instead of forwards. Into the roof of Perth Modern.
Thank you, play.
Savanovic. McCarthy. Vlasic. Switch of play. Moithius. Intercepted brilliantly there. The Braza men. Vanegas trying to slip through. Gray couldn't do so. Here's Schultz. Shot from range by Moithius over the bar. Vanegas. Great. Vanegas. Great. And the pass from Baden Great to Ban, wide of the target. Savanovic. Schultz. All inside. Moithius. Vlasic. Schultz. Moithius. Ban. Challenge there by Schultz. Sideball Wolves. Schultz. Savanovic. Vlasic. Moithius. Vlasic. Savanovic. Schultz. Nice little 1-2 around the corner. Shot. Oh, just wide. Is destined for that top right hand corner.
Good boys,
But Page will get us back underway. Pereira. Ball inside. Schultz again. Always looks to win those 50-50s. He's all by himself in the attacking third. Vlasic comes across now. Shot to the back post. It was actually brilliant. But no run up. Ban in possession. Out wide to Pereira. Heavy touch and a play. So the 1-2 there. Schultz, can he halve the deficit? Takes it around the keeper, and he does brilliantly. Page couldn't get the save, and Schultz did brilliantly. Took it around the keeper and slots it in. Chip finish. We'll have a look at the replay. What a finish it was. 1-2 with Savanovic, carving the Braza defence apart. And after all the Braza dominance in the first half, the deficit is just 1 goal. Cockburn Wolves well and truly in the contest. Great. Ben. Inside, Pereira battling hard, wins possession. Pereira takes it down the line, pass Bell, gets the shot to the back post. No runner could get there. It was a brilliant ball by Pereira though. Forwards to Savanovic here, trying to beat Ban, couldn't do so. Great, Pereira through the legs of Schultz. It was a heavy touch, so he tried to get the foul. Nothing called. Bell cutting inside. Alexander came across. Here's Pereira, 3v2 opportunity. Finds Alexander, back to Pereira. Ball to the back post. It's off the post. And the shot over the bar. Now a counter-attacking opportunity. Ban, can he keep it in touch? In play rather, yes he can. Here's Pereira. Taking too long. Gray finding Ban. Shot to the back post again. No one's there. Braza, chance after chance going astray. Schultz to Vlasic. Great little run played through. Pereira sliding. Schultz can't get on the return. Escobar checks on. Fought great. Pereira to Escobar. Back to Ban. Pereira. Resetting to Escobar. Wolves just sitting halfway, waiting for the pressure to come. Pereira. He's got 2 to beat here. It's past 1, couldn't get past the other. Schultz slipping it through. Escobar intercepts well. Alexander. Escobar. Nice touch wide. Switches it. Alexander goes for the shot over the bar. So have a score update. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left. South Pepperline's up 7-0 against the Akram Eagles. They're having a campaign to forget. That will leave them bottom of Group A. Here's Savanovic. Escobar slipping and sliding. Shot saved in the box was Schultz sliding in. And Page just did enough after a somewhat non-convincing first save. It's a side ball. Cockburn switched across. Savanovic squaring. Bad intercepts and Schultz was trying to get on the end of it. This is a great passage. Period of play. Savanovic from range, deflected over the bar. Inside Bell, dispossessing Vlasic, back to Moithius. Bell, Moithius, Bell. Looking for the 1-2 around the corner. Bell gets a shot off just wide. The last few minutes or so has been unbelievable by Cockburn. Wolves get the goal, and now they're dominating Braza Ginga. They have to get one of these opportunities in the back of the net. John Page. Not sure what happened there, but he's on the ground. Seems to be all right. Also wearing that helmet. So maybe he banged his head, well, not sure. Long ball, Escobar accelerating, gets the shot off, just wide. McCarthy now going long, Bell at head height, had to headed it down. Ban, high press by Silas. Ban just has to concede the side ball. Ball down the line. Coming across, and Page saves well. Up to Ban. Escobar. Vanegas has made a nice little run. Gets there. A shot over the bar. Vanegas back to Ban. Shot deflected. Side ball. Braza. Again a shot from range, and Josh Ban gets his name on the score sheet despite all the Wolves' opportunities in the last few minutes. Braza from the corner, get the finish. We'll have a look here. It's just Ban from range. Good placement, and McCarthy just a bit of poor positioning. Couldn't get the save. So the 2-goal margin restored. Savanovic ball inside. Vanagas intercepting Silas with the challenge. Here's Moithius. He has to be careful. Finds it inside. Did well Moithius there. Fell. Savanovic. Now Silas. Moithius. Fell. Savanovic. Intercepted there. Ban slipping it through. Escobar. Swept from the shot. Over the bar. Savanovic finding Bell for the return pass, but too heavy. Page to Escobar. Driving inside, finding Vanagas, and Silas did well. Corner ball for Braza.
Play.
Alexander. Vanagas. Alexander. Vanagas. Ban. Escobar. Ban. Alexander. Ban keeps it in play. Vanagas. No press coming from Wolves, and Braza maybe felt sorry for them and gave them a side ball. Here's Schultz. Silas. You see the energy Schultz bring pass and makes that forward run well. That's where the pass goes. Escobar sliding in, keeps it in play well. Savanovic to Schultz, controlling well, and brilliantly in fact. Finds Silas. Schultz. Savanovic. Silas. Pereira just did enough. Got the touch on it. Finds Page. Pereira. Vanagas. Pereira. Vanagas. Ban. Running Vanagas. Chip ball to the back post. And into touch. Ball around the corner. Savanovic does brilliantly. Finds Schultz. Trying to find Moithius, couldn't do so. Vanagas feeding Escobar. He's got a 2v1 with Vanagas breaking at pace. That's where he goes. Heavy pass though. And corner ball.
He's spot on. Deflection from Canida.
Here's Vanagas. Ball down the line. Pereira from range. Great save, McCarthy. Once Pereira gets the shot blocked. Vanagas ball inside. Still in possession. Chips it over the top. It's just going to find Schultz's feet. He's driving at pace. Pereira's, not Pereira, rather, Escobar's going to get a yellow card for delaying that attack. Schultz, great skill, but Pereira intercepting that pass brilliantly, driving at pace. Pereira squaring pass, and Escobar at the back post makes it 4 for Braza. 4 minutes 24 left on the clock. They're well and truly cruising into third position on the ladder. You can see Pereira, that change of pace, so lethal, squaring and a I think Escobar just got the touch at the back post. So a game-high lead of 3 goals. Back underway, Cockburn Wolves. Inside, intercepted well, into touch. Silas. Play Vlasic, but he does well to keep possession. Savanovic out wide to Schultz. Ban, great. Has to be careful in possession there, loses it. Silas. Schultz. Savanovic. Toe poke, saved. Herrera. Great. Slipping it through. Out of play. McCarthy gets us. Resumes Vlasic inside. Savanovic battling hard. Pereira does well. Asking for the foul. And he gets it there.
Exactly there where it is. Step back.
Pereira. Great. All over the top. Schultz.
All good.
Lonergan fighting well. Schultz comes out on top. Savanovic plays reset. Vlasic. Schultz. Schultz loses out. Great. Herrera. McCarthy off this line well. Silas. Doing well, Silas. Then eventually loses out. Here's Pereira. 1-on-1. That's where he's most lethal. He loses out there. Cockburn Wolves back underway. To Schultz. Pereira now. Again, another 1-on-1 opportunity. He's got no real support. He's just got to go himself. That's what he does. And he almost slid it to that bottom right-hand corner, but just couldn't do so. Schultz. 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 Savanovic. Vlasic was there. Lonergan battling his Schultz. Gray does well to clear up. Page was there though. Savanovic. Bell. Vlasic. Silas. Savanovic. Slipping it through. Silas. Well saved by Page. Looks to go early. No real forward movement from Braza. Gray to Vanegas. Heavy touch again. By Vanegas. Pereira. Ban. Vanegas. Pereira. Slipping it through to Ban. It's just great futsal from Braza, moving it at speed, finding the gaps in the Wolves' defence. And picks it down the line. Shot from range. Well saved, McCarthy. Just to mention, McCarthy, 15 years old. Brilliant in net for Cockburn Wolves on his last few occasions. Made his debut last season. Short-term Moithius. Still going Moithius, looking for the 1-2. Gets on the end of it. Couldn't proceed much further.
Hey, recently found, bro.
Cockburn Wolves, Vlasic, Bell. The result is imminent, you feel, so happy to just see the end of the match as ball had rolled out of play.
Ball's out, keep it full, let's
So goalie ball. Ban. Vanegas switches it to Gray. Bit of a heavy touch. Wide by Savanovic. Vanegas rather, Pereira, Ben. Got a bit close there to the action, us in the commentary box. Thought Ban would come flying in from the Savanovic challenge, but we're all resumed. Ball down the line well, Vanegas shot well, Pereira comes flying through. Here is Bell to Moithius. Back to Bell, Vlasic. Switch of play, Moithius, heavy touch, out of play. Great. Page, under pressure, loses out. Side ball here, Braza. Van chips it down the line for Gray. Does well to get the shot off. And down there against Savanovic, and it might be a yellow card.
Ref.
So yellow card for Savanovic and free kick for Braza. Threatening position, maybe they can make it 5. Pereira will want to add to his goal scoring tally for the season. He won't like that. Side ball Wolves. Vlasic to Schultz. Still going Schultz inside to Bell, looking for the 1-2. Ban intercepts, takes it wide, but just rolled out of play. Bell to Vlasic. Moithius takes it down the line really well. Squaring pass. As that will see us for this contest. All said is done. Braza jump into 3rd position in Group B. Wolves stay in 5th. Next up we have Rockingham Cumbria Cumbre up against Stirling Braza Ginga. Sorry, Andino's. Will Hayes, the top goal scorer for Cumbre, looking to have a big appearance. But thank you for joining us for this one, and we'll see you soon.